quick question before we start. What is romantasy? Romantasy is basically fantasy romance, meaning romance is the main focus of the story, not just the side plot. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria. So today I'm sharing my top romantasy books for beginners. Books that are romance forward, easy to follow, and perfect if you are just getting into the genre or transitioning from romance into fantasy. So for this list or for this video, I focus on books that have light and simple world building. The writing is easy to binge or easy to follow, and the stories that don't require you to memorize a fantasy dictionary. Okay, let's start. So this is probably the most popular romantasy starter of all time, and for good reason. So if you love fae plus romance, slow burn, emotional payoff, a classic romantasy starter, and it gets better as the series goes on. You need to pick Akatar by Sarah J. Maas, and excuse if my books don't have the same sizes because someone borrowed the two books in the series and they didn't return it. But anyways, okay, the first book is A Court of Thorns and Roses. The second book is A Court of Mist and Fury. Third book is A Court of Wings and Ruin. Fourth book is A Court of Frost and Starlight. And the last book is A Court of Silver Flames. So this is actually one of my favorite romantasy series. To rank the series, I'm gonna choose this one. This is my favorite in the series. Second, I guess I probably say this one. And next, I would say the first book. And this one. And lastly, the blue one, or the A Court of Frost and Starlight. It's actually this book is not actually necessary, but I don't want to be a spoiler. But still, you need to read this, okay? Akatar has a very approachable world building, especially the first book. And the romance is the front and center, so you don't need to understand the complex magics because you will learn it as you go. Okay, next. If you're a romance reader who wants a fantasy that feels modern and fast-paced, well, Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros is a fantastic starting point. Of course, we have The Fourth Wing, that's the first book. Second book is The Iron Flame, it's a bit thicker. And the third book is The Onyx Storm. And I'm not actually sure if Rebecca Yarros is going to release a fourth book in this series. I hope she will. So, in this series, we have Dragons Academy setting, intense and strong romantic tension, modern writing. When I say modern writing, the writing is very accessible. It is very easy to understand. The plot moves quickly, and this is one of those books that pulls you into fantasy without making it feel overwhelming. And also, if you want to meet our shadow daddy, well, read Fourth Wing. Okay, next we have The Serpent and the Wings of Night, The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. I'm not actually sure if there's a third book in the series. I actually read this last year, so I didn't check it yet. But this is actually about vampires, competition, clear stake, and it's darker vibe than the previous books, but dark but still beginner friendly. And yeah, again, the writing is super easy to understand. Okay, next we have The Bride and Maid by Ali Hazelwood. You know, Ali Hazelwood is super good in writing romance. So basically, these two books is romance first, fantasy second, and light world building. Super easy to understand because the writing is simple or light and simple. And this is about vampires and werewolves. So if you are a romance reader, you probably love these two books. Okay, next and our last series is The Filthy Rich Vampire. So obviously this is about vampire. So again, the first book is The Filthy Rich Vampire. Second book is The Second Ride. Third book is The Three Queens, and fourth book is Tea for Eternity. So if you love rich, billionaire, powerful love interest, dramatic, fun, and super easy fantasy concepts, you should read this series. And by the way, we should normalize putting numbers on our book series para hindi tayo malito and hindi tayo ano ba sa Tagalog? Like, dili ta magpatakag palit. You know? So, and yeah, so basically, if you want for fun, dramatic romantasy, yes, choose Filthy Rich Vampire. And these are my top romantasy books or series. Let me know in the comments which one are you going to start with. And I guess hanggang dito na lang tayo, and I'll see you in my next video. Ciao!